Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing something really fun. Let's do some beach waves. Whether you have a 1-inch curling iron at home, a wand, a 1 1/4, or 1 1/2, doesn't matter the size of the barrel, you can still achieve a really good, pretty beach wave style with the technique that I'm going to show you today. The tool that I'm going to use today is my Lang wand. This is a 25 millimeter. It's titanium. This is what I like to use. I've used many other different brands though. I've used 1-inch curling irons. I've used 1 1/2-inch curling irons. I've used 1 1/4-inch curling irons. And I've used the wands that are shaped like a cone as well. You can literally use whatever tool you have at home with this technique. I'm going to show you all how it is done, so let's get started. So you always want to make sure that you're protecting your hair by using a heat protectant spray, serum, whatever it is that you prefer. You can either do it before you blow dry your hair. If you let your hair air dry, you still want to put some kind of heat protector on it and make sure that your hair is thoroughly dry before you use any hot tools on your hair. What I like to use is the Daily Hair Repair by Aveda. This is something that I've been using a really long time, especially with me having blonde hair. It helps protect my hair, it helps repair my hair, and it works as a really good detangler for my hair as well. It is a leave-in conditioner. I put this in before I blow dry my hair, and then I also use it sometimes on second day hair just to give my hair a little extra condition. I might run a little bit through my ends. Once your hair is completely dry, then you are ready to get started. So first I'm going to clip off the top section of my hair. And I do this from about the eyes up, right about there, eyebrows up. And then I go down through here, and I split that in half, pulling one hair section to each side, okay? So the easiest way for me to go about doing this is I always get my hair a little dirty first, especially where some of this is my natural hair. It's really clean, it's really soft. When you're doing beach waves, you want to have a little grip to your hair. You want a little texture. You want it to be a little dirty with product. So I like using the Aveda Air Control because it's really, really lightweight, but it still gives me some hold. And I just spray that on both sides of that section. I also prefer to use an aerosol hairspray rather than a spritz spray because you do not want your hair to be wet at all. So aerosol is the way to go. Now, if you have really thick hair, really dense, big, thick hair, then what you're going to want to do is really keep a lot of this underneath part smooth and then just curl the ends down here. Meaning you won't curl all of this, you'll curl just the section down below. But since I want bigger hair and my hair naturally isn't a lot of volume, I'm going to go for bigger. So I'm going to take a section around my face, and these are going to be smaller sections around my face, and then I'll do bigger sections throughout. I'm going to point my wand down, and I'm going to wrap my hair around this, leaving the ends out, and holding it for like 8 seconds, and then dropping it. Okay? I'm going to take bigger sections throughout the back. Because if you want tighter curls, if you want tighter waves, you're going to take smaller section. If you want looser waves, you're going to take bigger sections. I always like a little bit more wave around my face, so I like doing smaller sections that way. And again, I'm leaving my ends out and then letting that go. Okay. Again, a little bit of a smaller section over here. Pointing my wand down. If you're using a curling iron instead of a wand, you're literally doing the exact same thing. You're just not opening up your curling iron. If you're using a bigger curling iron, you're going to want to take smaller sections. The reason behind me leaving my ends out is to give it more of that beach wavy feel when I'm all done, rather than a spiral curl. All right, now the bottom section of my hair is finished. Now I'm going to do the top, which the top will be done just a little bit differently. Okay, the top section is the fun section. You're going to, where I like to have some volume. So I'm going to get this hair pretty dirty with my air control. Then I am going to add texture powder. This is Kenra's texture powder. I absolutely love this stuff. I sprinkle it in there through the top. And then I just smush it up with my root. Texture powder is amazing for volume. It kind of stays with you throughout the day, so if you feel like your hair is getting a little flat, you can just kind of fluff it up right there, and it instantly gives you that volume right back. So the top section, again, I'm going to be taking some smaller sections around my face. And notice how I'm not curling right by my scalp. I'm kind of just curling more so the mids of my hair. On this top section, you're going to want to lift your hair a little bit, okay? I like to kind of lift it in a little bit of the opposite direction or straight above my head. That way I'm making sure to get that volume. And when I'm taking sections, I'm literally just taking like little pie sections around my head like that. Again, straight up from my head. This piece of hair still feels kind of clean and smooth to me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray it a little bit more. You want to feel that texture in your hair. You do not want it to feel super clean. Not like dirty, dirty. Just like product dirty. That's the good kind of dirty. use that. Now we're going to do the other side. Now where I kind of have a little bit more of a swoop bang here, not really a bang, but it's a shorter layer. I'm just going to work that a little bit further down than I did this side of my head. Because I don't need, especially where I part my hair on this side, I don't need that wave to be right here. So I'm going to start further down on that strand because this hair has longer way to travel. And that's just for that short piece in the front. As far as like the hair like that goes back here, I can start as far up on the hair strand as I want because I want that volume. But I don't need that volume right by my eyeball. I'm pointing this kind of back because it's at the back of my head and that's the direction that I want it to go. So I'm just pointing my wand straight back. And bam, I've got everything in place. Going back to my hairspray because I'm telling you guys, I love some product in my hair. You want that texture. Now, what's really important whenever you are breaking this up is you want to start small. You want to start just using your fingers to break it up. If it's still a little bit too tight, then you can move over to your brush and then you can brush it out a little bit more. But if you're wanting this to kind of last you a few days, then I typically always just start with my fingers and play with it that way. But again, if you want it to be looser, then you can use your brush and it'll brush it out a little bit more. I like to start off with volume. I like to start off with my waves a little bit tighter. That way I can get a few days out of it. If anything is looking kind of crazy, just take your fingers, grab the hair, and twirl it in together. Love it. I'll show you all what the back looks like. Okay, so I hope this tutorial helps you all with your hair. If you have any questions, like I said, reach out to me. I'm all about the questions. Love the questions. You will find my contact information on Facebook and Instagram in the post following this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you all loved it. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to like this video and comment what you all think down below. Thank you.